Hi and welcome back to Cut the Craggle. Today we're going to be taking a look at something a little bit different. These two Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sets from Snap and Switch. First off, I have to say a big thank you to Joe from Skylab Bricks for hooking me up with these. I first saw some photos of these sets online when they began popping up in Five Below stores in the US. But we don't have Five Below in the UK, so Joe was kind enough to be my construction set mule and bring these over the Atlantic for me. Of course, LEGO did produce some Ninja Turtle sets themselves back in 2013 to 2014, but those were based on the cartoon series that was out then and the ill-fated Michael Bay movie. However, as you can see by this artwork of Mikey and the retro logo up top, these are based on the original cartoon. And I was really intrigued by the classic style minifigures in these sets. I grew up with the original cartoon series in the 80s, 90s, as well as the 3 live action movies that were released around that time. Recently, I've even produced a couple of my own custom minifigures inspired by Ninja Turtles. So even though these aren't actually LEGO, I just had to give them a whirl. Here we have the Pizza Parlor with Mikey set. To be honest, this was a bit of a pain in the old digits to put together. At first glance, the quality of the plastic for the bricks is pretty decent, but very quickly you start to realise that Snap and Switch clearly have a much larger tolerance for difference in size between bricks. LEGO boasts that they use molds with a tolerance of 0.01mm, but the same definitely can't be said here, and it does take its toll when you have to stack this many bricks together. You can even see here the gaps between some of the pieces, and in other places it was a real squeeze to get them to fit. A lot of force had to be applied, certainly more than I expect from your average 6-year-old. Another point worth mentioning is that while the instructions were pretty straightforward to follow, they're just a single double-sided piece of paper, they don't give any indication whatsoever where the stickers go. I have had a look at the pictures on the box and I've worked out where most of the stickers go, but tragically they do cross over multiple pieces, so I've left the stickers off. Also, rather disappointingly, these 2x2 round tiles for the pizzas aren't printed. They also rely on a sticker going on top for the pizza design, which concerns me greatly because these are meant to slot into this pizza oven here and be fired out. And surely if you put a sticker on top of this, that's just gonna catch and tear, right? You know, the more I sit and look at this, the barer it looks without the stickers.
Come on, do it! Do it!
Ah, cluck it. So here it is with the stickers on, and I think you'll agree it does look a lot better. It actually feels like a pizza parlor now. There's absolutely no way I can take this apart because of the stickers crossing over multiple pieces, but it does look loads better. I had to use some guesswork for the stickers around the back as this side isn't shown anywhere on the box, and there was nowhere else to put them. I also ended up putting stickers on top of stickers, which is a first for me. That gives you this pretty cool restaurant style window effect, although you realise these are windows with a solid brick wall on the other side. My biggest worry of course was putting the stickers on the pizzas. I thought it would get chewed up by the pizza oven, but I'm pleased to say they do slot in and get fired out without any drama at all. Next, we have the Cheapskate with Raph. Right away, this set gave me flashbacks to the arcade game Turtles in Time, and the levels where you're riding through the sewers on contraptions very similar looking to this. This was a very straightforward build. It doesn't have anywhere near as many pieces as the Pizza Parlor, which means you don't notice the variation in brick size as much when assembling. As well as the Cheapskate vehicle itself, you also get a little side build. Nothing too exciting, and sadly the manhole design is a sticker that covers no fewer than 5 pieces. Yikes. Piece count aside, just going off the volume of stuff here, this does feel a lot smaller than the Pizza Parlor, but bizarrely they're both the exact same price. You can't argue too much when they're only $5, but it is a bit weird. Obviously, the biggest draw here for me are the minifigures, and I have to say, I'm pretty happy with them. They're not exactly the same shape and dimensions as official LEGO minifigures. You can see just by the lengths of their arms and also the curved shape of their feet. They also don't have a separate hip piece, it's kind of built into the torso. But if anything, these differences just add to them being mutant turtles. The printing quality is excellent. There's no issues with any opacities or fuzziness, it's all very crisp and clear. The molded heads are brilliant as well. I do kinda wish they had given Raphael and Michelangelo different expressions, but even with a rude boy like Raph, this smile isn't completely out of place for the 80s source material. I've wished for ages that LEGO had given us classic cartoon style Ninja Turtle sets, mainly for the minifigures, and these do a fantastic job of filling that gap. They also look ace next to my custom Terrapin Turtles minifigures, in particular my Intrepid Reporter minifig. Remember, you can pick both her and the sports fan Vigilante up from my website, cutthecraggle.com. Yeah, one of these days I'll actually feel comfortable at self-promotion.
But it is not this day!
It might be a bit unfair to compare these to the original official LEGO Raph and Mikey minifigs, given that they're based on entirely different iterations of the characters. But hey, I had to do something to justify the clickbait thumbnail, right? Overall, I am very happy with these two sets. The quality of the bricks and the complexity of the builds can't even begin to compare with LEGO's official offerings, but the minifigs are near flawless, and for $5, they're worth picking up just for those. As far as I know, Snap and Switch have only produced just these two sets featuring Raph and Mikey, but if they release some more with Leo and Donnie, I'm gonna be all over them like a Ninja Turtle on an 18-inch pepperoni melt. Let me know what you think of these not quite LEGO Ninja Turtle sets in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, and if you've done all that, be a legend and hit that like button as well. I'll see you next time. Laters!